Center and see what it was like in the bowels of the building while the ballots are being cast and the projections are being made. So that's why KADYTV.com went there last night, Tuesday, November 2nd, and here's what we found out. Hi, Maria Sanchez here. It's election night in Ventura County, and where are we? We're at the government center at the elections place. You'll see behind me lots of folks involved in this. We have Mark Lunn here, who was a guest on our program yesterday. He is with the Office of the Registrar, and we're waiting to hear in just moments about the results that they're able to release, at which time we'll be able to know how many polls and how many ballots have been counted, etc. Mark told us yesterday in the program that they, as of his time with us, that they had counted all the absentee ballots that had been filed to that point in time, thanks to the machine. So it's been interesting. And we have behind us, this is Janice Gallagly. Janice, do you ever let yourself be known in public? This is Elton's wife, and we just met for the first time on Saturday at the Sheriff Bob Brooks retirement party at the Reagan Library.
We did.
Yes, and would you like to share what our viewers might want to know about the wife of a member of Congress?
We work a lot harder than you think. I don't know why we work so hard to be 2,500 miles apart most of the time, but I stay here in California, and he goes to Washington, and somehow we've made it work. We've got 10 grandchildren, and Elton loves what he's doing, and as long as he loves what he's doing, I will support him 100%.
And tell us, what was the schedule like with the family? Because I know Elton flew back regularly, right?
He flies back regularly, but when campaign season, I see the kids at parades when they help pass out fire hats, and they door knock with us, and they work very hard. But our social calendar of seeing all the kids at their Little League games has been cut back a little bit, but hopefully that we'll get back on schedule now that the election's over, and I'll get to spend more time with my munchkins.
Yeah, and you must be exhausted. It's got to be grueling. It has to be.
It is. It's very exhausting, but it's election night is always exciting. You have your highest highs and your lowest lows throughout a campaign season, but this is going to be a high one tonight, so we're very happy.
And can you hazard a guess about when you're going to be able to make an announcement one way or the other about how the election is going?
I don't, but Elton's right behind you, and he could. I'm not the political animal in the family. I'm just a supporter.
It wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you, Janice. Appreciate your time. Thank you. And we'll be right back with a few more anecdotes and moments. You're watching KADYTV.com. We have incumbent Congressman Elton Gallagly with us, also running for re-election. When are you going to be able to make a call this evening?
We feel pretty confident. The numbers are overwhelming, and the level of appreciation I have to express to our friends out throughout the district is really beyond what words can describe again this evening. This has been an incredible honor for so many years, but to have that opportunity renewed tonight means a lot to me. More important than tonight is the work we do tomorrow. We have a lot of work ahead of us. It's a lot more difficult to lead than it is to follow, and I think we're up to the challenge.
And you will have a kind of a new house to, I don't mean house as in house, but a new place of business.
We'll have a lot of new colleagues to work with, and I think it's very important that we sit down and establish our objectives and goals, short-term and long-term, and we should start by taking a hard look at what the message from the people of this country have been saying. And I think that's true for people on both sides of the aisle, and then we may have a better chance to solve the problems collectively.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Maria. Always good to see you.
Take care. Elton Gallagly, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Laughing on the air last night before we started our deal.
Did they?
Yeah, that was great. They said, what a great way to start an interview.
This is Maria Sanchez. We're reporting from, would you call this Election Central?
I would call this Election Central. It's a little busy, as you can see.
With the Registrar of Voters, Mark Lunn, who was such a dear to be in studio with us yesterday, as if you had nothing else to do.
Well, let's make it perfectly clear. When Maria asks, you show up. Otherwise, you pay the price.
How did it go today?
It went great.
Did it?
I was on the road early this morning and had visited all kinds of polling places all over the county. Seemed to go smoothly. We've got a lot of people out there voting, and there's going to be some happy people here tonight and maybe not so happy people.
And do you have any kind of numbers in terms of predictions with how many folks did vote in the county?
Not yet, because we don't know. We don't have, the polls just closed, but I think we're going to have about a 55% turnout
Really?
tonight, which is pretty high for an election at this time of the year. So we're pretty encouraged. We got about 96,000 absentee votes in House. 85,000 of them have been counted.
Nice.
So we've done a good job with that,
Yes.
and I'm really looking forward to closing this election out pretty quickly.
And any problems that you know of?
No,
Machines,
you know, we had
places?
little things, but I had 35 people out there that were troubleshooters. I've had no reports of machines not working, which is a good thing.
Perfect.
good.
And you're going to keep us posted as the night goes on?
As the night goes on,
Okay.
stick right with us.
All right. Thank you, Mark
Thank you
Lund.
very much.
You're welcome. Take care. We'll be right back. Thank
You're
you.
awesome.
We're continuing our broadcast from the Government Center, and we are pleased to have with us Phil Schmidt, who is the retired. Now, there's a bunch of titles for you.
County clerk and recorder, registrar of voters, officio, or ex officio, commissioner of civil marriages. That was the most fun part of the job.
I bet.
Yeah, I personally performed over 1,000 marriages while I was in office.
Now, how long were you in office, Phil?
6 years.
And why did you decide to retire?
I was ill.
Were you?
I
You don't
was.
look it.
I'm not now,
Yay.
and I didn't know I was when I retired, but I had gotten very tired and decided that it was time to get out. And once I left office and had some time to sit down, I realized that I was sick. I had congestive heart failure. So I got it taken care of, and gee, that's wonderful now.
And here you are, and it's in the evening of election night. It's in your blood. You're here, not at home. What's up with that?
Well, I say I don't care, but I do care.
Of course, you can see you care.
I asked Mark to run for my position after I retired and supported him throughout his election, and he asked me to come back and kind of babysit for him, and here I am, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
You know, I get to see all the people that I saw previously, and it's something that you have a passion for.
Now, tell us here, because the reason that I brought Phil into the conversation is I overheard you talking about what we've got here, which is preliminary returns, because the polls closed.
Yes.
This is 85,000 of the 96,000 absentee ballots that were received.
Correct.
And that's basically what is on these sheets.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, and what I overheard you saying is that pretty much what this says is what happens at the end of the day when all is said and done.
Generally, this is the tale.
So it's the predictor of.
Yes, there could be some changes in very close races. But generally, you'll only see maybe a few percentage points change. It's a real good telling tale about how the election's going to end.
Even though people who vote by absentee might have a preponderance towards one party or one sort of philosophy, it still pans out through the rest of the county.
Certainly it does.
Interesting.
And it'll also show the same way at the polls. When the polls actually start coming in, you will see a little bit of a change. Mm-hmm. But generally, this is it.
And did you learn that because look at you're showing Carly Fiorina ahead of Barbara Boxer?
That's only in Ventura County.
Oh, good point. Okay, good point.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that. Anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, Merry Christmas. No, nothing else.
Phil Schmidt, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.